Well, we are now finishing burying the shipping container. I've got loads of dirt around the sides and filling the top. Got our little ventilation pipe here and a couple more on the front side there. And the interior kind of rib cage skeleton that we built is holding up well. I've been checking it as I've been filling in the sides, and right now I'm a little out of breath because I've been raking this dirt over top of it. It gets real hot from the sun. It's about 90 in the heat of the day right now in June, so it's going to be nice to have a cool area in there if we need to work on something or anything. And good storage with ventilation and I don't say climate controlled, but it won't be 110 degrees in there like it had been without dirt insulating it around the sides and top. So I'll show you the inside here too after I finish getting the dirt on top of it. I want to see how it works out with the weight on top of it and on the sides and everything, and I'll show you videos inside. Okay, there it is. It's covered over completely. I'm gonna have a look at it after it rains a couple of times and see how it looks, but I kind of tried to grade it around here so that the water sheds off, but it's going to get water all over the top of it, obviously. We put the tar over any vulnerable areas, and I just had this little dryer vent thing here, but that's what, there's 3 ventilation holes, and that's one that stubs up from the back. There's some galvanized 3 or 4 inch pipe coming up out of there. I'm going to do something different with that, but for now, so rain doesn't get in there, I just put that dryer vent thing on it. And I think I'm going to put a fan on the inside so that air can circulate and draw in from the other 2 vents on the other side. But we just put dirt over top and raked it down at this end. Here, I'll bet you there's at least 2 feet, maybe 3 feet of dirt. And then as you go down this way, there is less and less, and then down by the end here is probably only about 6 inches. You can see, I'll show it from the other side down there. There's one of the other vents. Those were already in it. I may do something a little better or a little nicer than that, but one of the reasons I put dirt up here is to kind of camouflage it so it doesn't look bad in the yard, but also so it insulates it a little bit. And I may even put a little more, because this end's kind of thin. It's probably not more than 6 inches or so, and then goes up to at least 2 feet down here. And it was so darn hot in there when that metal got the sun on it that I am hoping it's going to stay cool in case we ever wanted to work in there. It also will keep our stuff that we're storing in better shape. So let's go take a look from the other side, and I also want to show you the inside skeleton and how it's holding up with the weight on it. So this is what we got down around the bottom side. You can see it's kind of in the side of the hill here. I've graded out going down this way so that it can drain out there. Still got some mountains of dirt left that was displaced. I actually took a whole bunch of this dirt, and the red dirt, and did a house slab with it, and still got some left. So anyways, yeah, this is the back side and the side of the hill. I cut it out a little bit more here so that these doors could open completely. And let's go inside and see how the skeleton looks here. Well, I call it a skeleton, but the support structure inside I built, we use 2x6. So I'm gonna get a flashlight here so you can see a little bit better. But in the front side here, you just have 2x6 going up, and then I blocked it out up at the top. So you have them going across, and then I've got like rafters here that support the top, because that metal on the top of this thing will flex down and cave in if you don't have support there. And as it goes deeper in, I use bigger, I think I got 2x10s or 2x12s, and I've got more rafter support down in there. You got a flashlight, bud? Thank you. Here. Thanks. Okay, here we go. So we put 2x6 every 6 feet, and then I got them blocked out at the top with I got some screws, and yeah, that one's a little cattywampus because the steel is a little bent and stuff, but anyways, it's pretty solid. And when you feel up at the roof and you feel the sides, I mean, it's pushing in, so there's quite a bit of pressure from the dirt, but these 2x6 have held pretty good. And then I would say the most pressure is down at the end there, where you see, hold on, let me see if I can. Down at the end there, you see I've got 2x10s going across the top. And so you got a lot more support down here for the parts that there's more weight on top, because what I'm standing under right now, there's probably 2 or 3 feet of dirt on top of. And if you look up here, it is resting on the rafter, but it's not, I mean, it's a lot of weight, but it's not outrageous. Anyways, this is my solution, and we have, as far as I can tell, successfully buried this shipping container. Another thing I can say is we had an absolute gully washer of rain come not too long ago here, while I still had, I didn't have anything on the top at that time, which I know that'll add some weight, quite a bit of weight, but on the sides here, man, if there was gonna be any pressure coming from water and sand washing down the sides, it probably would have done that. So anyhow, the 2x6 on the sides being wood, they obviously take up some space in here, but we wanted to use this for storage. You can see we got some stuff in here now, but we wanted to use this for storage, but also have it as a inexpensive way to have a storm shelter. We had some crazy tornadoes come through and tear up a couple towns by us, and yeah. So these side, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but these side supports here, we got the 2x6 going up and down, and then I've got 2x6 going in between. And then down at the bottom, I've got them blocked out. So there's actually, there's a block at the bottom that it's screwed into, and it holds it down to the bottom, 2x6. And then there's another one that kind of, actually the guy I was working with did that. I didn't have that idea, but for what it's worth, we did that. Put that, that other runner board across the front. So, you know, you can feel here that there's pressure against this, but in some cases it wasn't even really enough to, I mean, there's still room in between that steel. It's not like the earth is just crunching this thing like a lot of people said it would. I know there's pressure there, but what I figure is worst case scenario, if you do start getting one of these bowing in, you get a jack and push it back out and repair it and reinforce it, you know. We have a sawmill, so the wood products were readily available. Ideally, obviously, steel would be stronger and you could use smaller pieces and it wouldn't take up as much space. But anyhow, we did what we could with what we have, and I paid $2,300 for the shipping container. I used lumber I had around from the sawmill and paid a couple people to help me a little bit. I don't even think I have 3,000 bucks in it other than my time and labor, which is valuable, but most of the people wanted 5,000 plus for a storm shelter, and some of them I don't trust that they wouldn't drown your family. And I trust this pretty good. I trust it completely, or I wouldn't have built it and get in it with my family. And yeah, I think that's about all. One other thing that's kind of cool. We're still thinking of ways to do it a little bit better. It should be pretty cool in here during hot days and stuff if we did need to work on the bikes or anything like that. But one question you might have is, how in the world are you going to lock this door from the inside in the situation of a storm where you might need to have it secured very strong? And so what I have over here, and we've done a test run on it, is I've got these ratchet strap and this this big turnbuckle that you use for strapping down machinery. And so basically I go from a tie down hook there, come through to the outside of this door, and I'm able to chain the door shut and crank it down. It doesn't obviously latch down at the bottom completely, so there's a little gap here, but it chains it and holds it shut, and it's pretty darn secure. I mean, you'd have to have something crazy powerful to blow that thing open. And so yeah, it's a pretty good shelter. A lot of people around try to build steel safe rooms in their house, but in an extreme storm, you are really not going to be okay unless you're underground. And if you're underground in a basement, you're exposed if the house blows away. So I feel like this is kind of the best of both worlds and very cost-effective solution for a storm shelter with a dual purpose of storage, cellar, or whatever else you want to use it for. Workshop. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you think I did wrong, what I did right, or how you may do it differently.